afternoon, my lovelies. Today is Tuesday, June 7th, 2022, and I am down in the South End because I just finished doing an errand, and I'm going to take you along with me because I want to show you something that came into the harbor this morning. So I'm just going to flip this around. We'll line that back up. Alright, so I am at the intersection of Queen Street and South Street here in the South End. The current temperature right now is 21 degrees Celsius, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. It is a beautiful day. Just a little bit of wind. Now, we've never walked down South Street. So South Street is the South End boundary between downtown and the South End. And the South End is also known for having a large concentration of Victorian homes. Most of them are not turned into apartments or condos. And also for the two universities, the two largest universities in the region, St. Mary's and Dalhousie. There's the Hillside Suites, which is a condo corporation. There used to be a home in that location, but it has been since expanded and turned into condos. So the reason why I'm out today, besides getting some fresh air, because I haven't been feeling well the last couple of days, and I just needed to get out, get some fresh air and some exercise. But for the first time in 2 years, the Port of Halifax is welcoming cruise ships back as a port of call. Actually, they did start in April with a few of the smaller ships, but at 6 a.m. this morning, the Oasis of the Sea by, I think it's Royal Caribbean? I could be wrong, I'm not sure. You always got to treat this as a four-way stop. So that came in this morning at around 8 a.m. So we're going to go down to the the terminals and take a look, but as soon as we clear the trees here, you'll be able to see it. It is, oh, it's Norwegian. No, it is Royal Caribbean. I'm trying to remember the logos. Let's zoom that in. It is 16 stories tall. It boasts a full basketball court, zip line, water park, and there's something else. Zip line. Did I say zip line? So that's the top of it. So that is in today, and it holds a maximum of 5,500 passengers. So, and there's, I think, 1 or 2 more ships in port today as well. So there are lots and lots of tourists in the city spending their tourist money, which the city needs because our economy suffered quite a bit with the pandemic. We weren't exempt either. So I figured I'll show you the ship up close, and then we'll take a little stroll down onto the waterfront and see what's going on there. I did put my wide angle on so we could see everything. I'm just gonna It is nice to be out and getting some fresh air. I wanted to get out over the weekend, but that didn't really happen. Oh, thanks. Now, a lot of our tourist traffic in summertime relies heavily on the cruise ships. They come between April to October. They stop here. A lot of the ships originate in New York. They do stop here, as well as Sydney, Nova Scotia, which is up in Cape Breton. And depending on the size of the ship, they may or may not go down the Northumberland Strait to the port of Charlottetown, which is Prince Edward Island. Now we do have the trucks coming. Those trucks are coming from PSA Halifax, formerly Halterm, formerly my workplace. I know a lot of people have mixed reactions about cruise ships. Some see them as floating cities on the ocean, and others see them as floating petri dishes. I don't mind them. I like ships. Never been on one, but you never know. So we are going to see a lot of locals and non-locals in the area. And I'm wondering too, with me walking around with my camera, do I look like a tourist or a local yokel? Now I'm just going to see if I can take a peek. So as you can see, there is one of the gangways for the one that goes to the ships. I don't know. Ooh, stick my hand through. Let's see what we can find. Nope, not a good view. You can feel the breeze coming in off the water. Ooh.
That was my idea.
So the ship does depart this evening at 6 p.m. Now what I'm passing is what used to be the old farmers market, but they moved that down to the Cunard Centre. Some people outside of Garrison Brewing, a very well loved microbrewery here in Halifax. Some tour buses. Some tour buses and motor coaches down here.
East Coast life.
Now hopefully I can get into one of the pavilions here and see if I can get a better look at the ship. But I don't think I will be able to. So we'll just hightail it back.
Thank you for bringing me away.
I like that'd be the coolest thing. You're like,
Doors are locked.
I just saw a dog call me. Oh, I think that's what my next dog is.
Well, it feels like I'm down here on a Saturday for the farmers market with all the people. But these aren't hipsters. So this building here used to be the Halifax Seaport Farmers Market. But the Port of Halifax traded spots for the bigger venue.
It's over my head. That's all right.
There's my good buddy Sam. I always do a rant about his name.
There's 24 on my phone, but I think it's 120.
So now it is only June, The weather is beautiful. This summer we're having the Atlantic Jazz Festival down on the waterfront, Busker Festival.
I was looking at the whale watching, but
There's also Halifax Pride will be doing their events in July, even though traditionally Pride Month is June. But a lot of the members, they usually go to other cities during their events, representing Halifax. I think the last time I did the waterfront, it was a live stream a few weeks back, and it was at nighttime. So I haven't really been down here during the daytime. Now, if any of you are wondering where Kiddo is right now, he is looking for a suit for his prom that is coming up on the 24th of this month. My hair is getting all blown around. Somewhat see the back end of the ship. And what is more Nova Scotian than bagpipes? Okay, Scottish bagpipes. But we're the next best thing. We're New Scotland.
waited. But he supposed to call back in 5 minutes.
Oh, look. Oh, I don't know what happened. My thumb hit the button for a second, but hopefully that didn't make too much of a jump. There are the drunken street lamps. A viewer favorite. That's okay.
You've already had this.
It's okay.
Oh, they're putting lights up over here at the drunken street lamps. Yeah, I got a glare. I was talking about the drunken street lamps. Now I understand why there's not too many people up. Because they are going to be installing lights in around here. I don't know if that's a summer thing or if it's going to be for all summer thing, or is it going to be just something for a special event? Oh, now he's playing Scotland the Brave. When I was in cadets, I had to learn how to play that on a glockenspiel. Yes, I had to learn that. Oh, there's some sea kayakers going against the wind. And a Coast Guard ship. There's the Oasis of the Sea. All 16 stories. You can see the, if you look carefully, hopefully with my new editing software, I'll be able to zoom this in a little bit closer than my 2x zoom on my Pocket. But there is 2 water slides that are coming out. And it seems to be like they go down about 5 stories. There's a look over at George's Island. So we got the sea kayakers, we got a tandem and a single. I haven't kayaked for some time. Especially on the, well, I've never done it in the harbor, I can honestly say. But I have gone down outside of the city to Prospect. Rickshaws are back. Haven't seen those for 2 years. Usually done by university students. It's a great job in the summer to keep you in shape because they do go up and down the hills. As a local, I normally don't like coming down on the waterfront during summertime because it's crowded and busy. And but I think ever since the pandemic, my views of the waterfront have changed.
Last way to drink it. I thought you were in there.
Because I think once something is gone, you miss it. And I'm going to try this summer to get out onto the waterfront a lot more during Busker Festival or the Atlantic Jazz Festival. And even doing like the Harbor Walk Trail over on the Dartmouth side. Because I do have bragging rights on a really beautiful harbor that we have and a waterfront. And it's nice to see that the tide is high. Why does that make me want to sing a Blondie song? But I won't. Debbie Harry will come after me for copyright. Oh, it's the Majestic that's back. So we have Sugar and Rum Runners. They're open. Rum Runners is a place if you want to get your rum cake. It's like a coffee cake but made with rum and raisins. And Sugar is a like a slab ice cream where they roll the rolled ice cream.
Yeah, it'll be another generation or two before it settles down.
Sorry for the wind. I will put my hand over the microphone. I think this will make a lovely thumbnail. Of course, it will get zoomed. It cropped and zoomed and everything else. Now this yacht is up here every summer. Except for during the pandemic, I don't recall seeing it. I'm trying to see what provincial flag it has on the back. I want to say British Columbia. It's one that has the sun setting in the water on the red ensign. I think that's how you pronounce it. Oh yes. That's my summer boat. Can you imagine? It's a little ostentatious for me and gaudy. I like smaller boats. Bigger isn't always better. And there's a place over there where you can rent bicycles and scooters, electric scooters, segways. You can see the rocks submerged. This part of the waterfront opened up last summer. So it's like a popular area for sitting and relaxing. If you go to the salt yard to get food, you can come up here and sit at many of the tables. Let's take a look on this side of the Majestic. These little cabins are new, so it looks like there might be some little businesses going in. Okay, the Majestic, Georgetown. Are they cute? A little young for me. There's a better view of the flag. Oh, maybe it's not BC. I don't know that flag. I'm gonna see with my phone. I'm holding my phone at the same time. I'm gonna see. No, I don't want that app opened. I want the camera. It's hella windy right now. Sorry. Let's flip this around. I'm gonna take a photo of the ship. Sorry. You can see I have my camera here.
I sit right here.
That's okay. No, you're good. You're good. ferry boat. Now, if huge private yachts aren't your thing, how about a catamaran? Kind of reminds me of the catamaran I was on when I was in the Dominican Republic 10 years ago. Oh my gosh, that doesn't seem like it was that long ago. The netting in the front, that's the best place to sit. I like boats. My mom hates them. Hates them. Hence, that's why we never really went to PEI a lot as kids on vacations, because Mom hated the ferry boats. And when we were kids, the Confederation Bridge wasn't built. Even though it is like a 45-minute ferry crossing, it was a hard no from my mom. There we go. This is a good shot. I think I have a glare, so. He's got a Garmin GPS unit. And there's the Stubborn Goat beer garden. It's the largest one down here. And it is quite packed, even the upstairs part. So this is where you would get your kayaks, the kayak rentals, and they also have Sea-Doo rentals, but it looks kind of like there's only like 2 in.
Just in my mind, I'll be home come next spring. Won't you love to see me there? 95.
There's the wave, filled with kids. Oh, it's closed. This is the HMCS Sackville. And right beside that is the Harbor Queen, also known as the Party Boat. If you want to take a party cruise in the harbor, that's where you go. So Mark had his grade 9 prom. We're underneath the wave.
Look at this. This is worth it. This is worth it.
Yeah, like when we had those Osmo workshops.
I want to get the video out. She escaped at 45. Waterfront, Europe.
So when you see the flag, that looks like the flag of France, but it has a yellow star on it. That is the flag of the Acadian people. They were the first colonizers in Nova Scotia. Ow. That was a wee bit loud. One of the boat shops here. Now Queen's Mark and the Mirror is still under construction. They're just doing the last finishing touches of it. So that's what that noise was after being blasted by Buddy's music. It's the HMCS Acadia. I don't think that's opened yet, but it will be. So if you stay at the Muir Hotel as a guest, you do have an opportunity to take out their boats. It's one of the amenities of the hotel. Now this sculpture I've shown at nighttime when it's lit up, and it is the Blue Nose, made out of
A wire.
like netting and stuff. And I'm not sure what that will be when it's finished, but it is steps that go along to reach that. When you know it's high tide, I think one of the last times I was here, it was only covering like the 2 bottom steps. And now it's covering 5 steps and drifting over the 6th. So if anybody wants to come and dip their toe into the harbor, they sure can, because it is part of the North Atlantic. We aren't called blue nosers for nothing. It's damn cold. Alright, my lovelies, I think I will end this video. It is a little bit longer than my normal videos, but that's okay. We need to have that. I hope you enjoyed this little walk along the waterfront with all the tourists from the cruise ships and going down towards the cruise ship pavilion just to see if we could catch a glimpse of the oasis of the sea. Now, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Get the bell notification so you know when I'm going to be uploading. And I also do some live streaming. I haven't been able to do that lately. I'm still my issues. Anyway, and if you do want to support my channel, I do have links down below for my Patreon and my PayPal. If you just want to do a one-time donation, that helps out greatly with the channel. And I also have channel memberships, and super thanks is a new thing. I've never heard of this, but if you like the video, send me a super thanks. It's almost like doing a super chat during a live stream, but it is for the pre-recorded videos. Anyway, my lovelies, I hope you have a wonderful day. I do want to say thank you to my elite tiered Patreons, Michelle Gray, Ozzie Johnson, Yogie, and Cody. You guys all have a wonderful day. Enjoy the sunshine wherever you are. Enjoy the weather. And I will see you next time. Bye.